One of my subscribers shared a video on my Facebook page regarding the brother named Corey Jones, who was gunned down after having some car trouble by a police officer that was not in uniform, that quote unquote claimed that Corey Jones was threatening him with a firearm, which evidences came out that his firearm was nowhere near him during this incident. But the video was shared on my page, and Corey Jones' brother came out and made some comments that, I wasn't shocked by it, but, it just goes to show you that every time we have something that is basically somewhat of a racially charged incident, you always got black people coming out trying to divert against it and say, oh, well, don't say Black Lives Matter and it's just about all lives matter and et cetera, because a lot of these guys, and I do think the brother was an ex, and I'm cautious even calling him a brother, but I believe he was an ex NFL player. And a lot of times these NFL players, they don't want to, step on any of them white folks' toes. So what they'll do is they'll come out in the media and they won't keep it real. They'll kind of sugarcoat around things. Your mother, your brother, your sister, somebody you love was gunned down wrongfully 9 times out of 10 because of the color of their skin, but you come out on a public forum and you don't keep it real. You basically sugarcoat things so that, again, you can get you a little nigga snack from these white folks out here. But I'm going to go ahead and play the video for you guys, and I'll come back with my commentary.
This is, when I started my career in the NFL, I played 7 seasons. I took my brother with me everywhere, every team I went. So, all I can say is, oh my gosh, all lives matter. This is not a black thing. My brother didn't see color. I didn't see color. As you can see, my wife, where's my wife? My wife is white. We don't see color. We never was raised to see color. So, black lives, no disrespect about Black Lives Matter. It's all lives matter. And my brother had plenty of friends, white friends, Asian friends. It didn't matter. So, with all that said is, I'm glad, and I need your support, and we need your support and your endorsement, and I'm just thinking, and whatever you can do to help us, just give it to us, please. We need the answers, please. We need it. Thank you.
Dog, you should have kept her ass in the background. God damn. Did y'all see his wife? That bitch look rough in the face. But let me stop. Let me stick to the topic at hand. But god damn. Dog, you need to keep her way back, and she should have been behind the police officers. God damn. But like you guys saw the guy come out and say, listen to what he started off his narrative with. He said, when I started off my career in the NFL, blah, blah, blah. And basically, that was who he was concerned about. Like I said, a lot of times these professional athletes or these guys who, in the entertainment industry, or they might be on the public forum, or, behind the scenes, they don't want to step on any white folks' toes. So they'll come out here and they'll say, oh, no, massa. No, I don't stand with those Black Lives Matter people. No, I don't stand with them, massa. I'm good black folk. Are you good white folk? We can work together. So, this is the mindset of a lot of these guys out here that, in the, the sports and the entertainment industry, or, just some black folks in general. And of course, this is not everybody. You got a lot of black folks in the entertainment industry that, use their celebrity to create change. But we also got, those out here who search for that nigga snack. And, my question to this guy is that if all lives matter, why did you even have to bring that up? Why did you even bring up the Black Lives Matter movement if all lives matter? You should have just stuck to your narrative and said, yo, we looking for help, we want justice, blah, 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 and keep it pushing. He made a point to come out here and say, oh, you know, I got a white wife and my brother, he had white and black friends, and, you know, he brought his little leprechaun looking wife out. Okay, and say, oh, it's about all lives matter. And that's because he didn't want to step on any of these white folks' toes out here, because God forbid black folks start standing up for something that is not right, or something that was probably a stereotype decision from this officer. Now, this particular case reminds me of, you know, when Bill Cosby's son got killed out here in L.A. And, you know, to this day, you know, black folks still think to this day that his murder had a lot to do with because he was a black man in a certain area. Now, this Corey Jones guy, you know, he had some car trouble. He was sitting on the side of the curve or whatever. Not on the curve, excuse me. He was sitting on the side of the road in his car. And, you know, cop rolls up, baseball hat on. He's not in police uniform. He was in an unmarked car. And, you know, naturally, you know, me, especially being a black man, especially if you're in certain areas, if you see a joker pulling up behind you, you got a baseball cap on, you know, unmarked car, whatever, I might be on guard too. Matter of fact, I know I will be on guard, because you don't know who this person is. This person can be coming up. This could be a dude on some Ted Bundy shit. It could be somebody coming up trying to rob you. You know, all kind of things. And then it could be, you know, somebody just help, you know, seeing if you need any help. Although that's rare, especially out here in LA. Don't nobody give a damn. You get stuck on the 405 freeway in the middle of that joint, you just assed out. You better hope you got some AAA, because nobody don't give a shit about you in LA. But I digress away from that. But, you know, somebody's coming up behind you, you're going to be on guard. So for this officer to pull up on this man and, you know, claim, you know, quote unquote claim that Corey Jones pulled out a weapon or something on him, and then that led the officer to open fire on this man and shoot him, I believe, 6 times. You know, it leads you to think that this probably was a cop that got out, saw a black man, you know, on the side of the road. You know, it's like, let me find out what this Negro is doing over here. Let me find out, you know, what's going on. And already a lot of these cops, when they see black men in certain type of cars or in a certain neighborhood, their antennas go up and they say, I got to check it out. I got to pull them over. I got to see what's going on. If this Negro says anything, looks at me a certain way, I'm pulling out my firearm and I'm taking them out. This is the mindset of a lot of these cops out here. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Because this is the way they're trained. And then they bring their own personal perceptions, thoughts, and stereotypes onto the job. And, you know, it reminds me, like I said, of the Cosby murder, because, you know, if you guys don't know, Bill Cosby's son was murdered on the freeway out here in L.A. He had some car trouble, pulled over on the side of the road. I believe he tried to, you know, fix his tire or whatever. And, you know, some white guy came up and, you know, they claim it was an attempted robbery that went wrong. But, you know, if you're in LA or in California in general, you know that California is one of the most segregated places. You know, it's a lot of racism out there. They like to put on TV, you know, it's a land of opportunity. And, you know, there are opportunities out here as far as the entertainment field. But, you know, they like to put this Disneyland type of image out there. And everybody's, you know, in diversity, and we're all holding hands and hugging, and we are the world. And that's complete bullshit. California is one of the most segregated places in the country. And if you get caught in certain neighborhoods like a Woodland Hills, Chatsworth, Thousand Oaks, you know, certain places like that, Beverly Hills, you might not come back home. And if you're from out here, you know that. And a lot of us think that, you know, Bill Cosby, his son, you know, was on the side of the freeway, had I believe he had a Benz or something like that, was in this wrong neighborhood at the wrong time, and some white man said, you know what, I'm going to come up and I'm going to kill this black dude because I don't like the fact that he's in this neighborhood. And it was the perfect opportunity because he had car trouble. So it reminds me of that situation. But, you know, I mean, these are things that happen all the time with people being afraid of black folks being in certain neighborhoods, or sitting in their car having car trouble or whatever. We are a threat no matter what we are doing. We could be sitting at a park minding our own business. Why you over here? See, people are afraid of the fact that you got black folks coming together, putting all BS to the side, and saying, you know what, we're gonna push this Black Lives Matter movement. And a lot of people got the whole movement twisted up. It's not saying we hate white folks, or nobody lives matter but black folks, but we saying our lives matter, because when we look around and we look at the justice system, when we look at the educational system, when we look at every form of society that we have in this world, it seems like black folks don't matter. That's what the movement is about. But you always got some black folks out here that's going to try to revert the issue or go against it. But that's all I gotta say about this, but I'm not going to be supporting this whole movement they got going on. My condolences and thoughts and prayers go out to the family. It's an unfortunate situation, but when we got cats like this, or the families letting jokers like this come out and make these certain comments, basically throwing what black folks are fighting for right now under the bus, I can't rock with y'all. I just have to be. I can't rock with this joint right here. So you're not gonna see no more videos about Corey Jones from my channel. You're not gonna see it.